So you've got this religious Babylon now, Revelation chapter 17, that is believed to come from Rome. Now, I believe that this Babylon of Revelation 17 is coming together right now before our very eyes. Oh, but by the way, you won't hear about it in the news. I'm sorry. Fox even, CBS, NBC, ABC, for sure CNN. You'll never hear any of this. What I'm about to show you, you'll never see on CNN. You ready for this? I'm going to show you something on the screen here. I'm going to show you a few things on the screen here that would suggest that this Babylon of Revelation 17 is just now on the cusp of finding its complete fulfillment right before our very eyes. Notice this European Union poster. It has the painting of the Tower of Babel, and it was the inspiration for the architecture of the European Union Parliament building that now stands on the border between France and Germany in Strasbourg. This poster was created by the EU to encapsulate the dream of this emerging union. The structure at the center of the poster is a modern representation of Pieter Bruegel's Tower of Babel, which symbolizes an EU that is many tongues, one voice. Remember what the Tower of Babel represented and why God had to confuse their languages? And from that came all of the different languages and tongues? Well, now they are sort of reversing it. You know what I find interesting about that, just as a side note here? Evil, E-V-I-L, is backwards live, L-I-V-E. See, they're reversing it, diabolically so, diametrically opposed to that which is true and right, and this is evil. It is backwards. They're trying to reverse the many tongues by making it all many tongues but one voice, a common union, if you will. Now, this one's going to be a little bit shocking, but look at this. This is the tower building, as it's called, and it's named after the Tower of Babel. You know, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but there's quite a similarity there, I think, okay? Now, this tower building houses the Fifth Parliament of Europe. The legislative amphitheater is arranged in a hemicycle and houses 679 seats, each assigned to a particular lawmaker in the European Union. For example, seat number 663 is assigned to Representative Suchet. Seat 664 to Thomas Mauro. Seat 665 to Ziziner. And 667 to Representative Cappato. In between Zizner and Cappato is an empty seat, unallocated and unfulfilled, yet it is seat number 666. It has never been occupied, but it is ready for its occupant. How convenient. What a coincidence. Oh my goodness. Okay, now, remember now, John's giving us this vivid and even graphic imagery of this woman riding this beast on 7 hills, okay, or 7 seas, believed to be Rome, this religious system. So the woman who rides the beast, you ready for this? This is an actual photograph of the front of Council of the European Union building in Brussels, Belgium. It's a sculpture of a woman riding a beast. What a coincidence. And it's not just any woman. She looks a little bit, well, I'll let you fill in the blank. Here's another one. This one from the European Union Parliament building. Same sculpture. A woman riding the beast. Here's a European Union postage stamp. This dates back to 1984, and it's a stamp to celebrate European community landmarks. Now, this is their wording. It portrays the beautiful Europa riding the bull over the sea, assisted by a cherub. Now, what's interesting is if you count those waves, well, first of all, they're more like hills, and what a coincidence, there just happens to be 7 of them. Huh. And actually, this beautiful Europa looks more like a harlot. like John writes, and she's writing this horned beast on 7 hills. Time magazine, an article on a united Europe. There she is again. Hello, how you doing? Here's a European phone card from Germany. How about the euro? I think, John, when he saw, some believe the year 95 AD, when he was banished to the island of Patmos and he received the revelation that he was told to write that which he had seen, that which is now, and that which will take place after, he saw this. He saw what I'm showing you now. He saw a European Union, a 10-nation confederacy, a religious Babylon that would emerge from the city of 7 hills, and there would be this woman, this harlot, this spiritual adulteress that would ride this beast. And again, the imagery is very, graphic, and I believe we're seeing it come to pass right before our very eyes. Now, if a lot of what I'm sharing with you is new to you, that's okay. I understand, some of you, I can just tell as I look at you, you're just going, whoa, wait a minute, can we just back up? I'm still in Iraq. You've got me in Rome. Can we get back to Iraq? Yes, we can. That's Revelation chapter 8. See, Revelation chapter 17 is religious Babylon in Rome. Revelation chapter 18 is political and governmental Babylon that we find in, I believe, the ancient rebuilt city of Babylon in Iraq. See, after religious Babylon is destroyed, the Babylon in 18 becomes the headquarters. And, I know that there are some, and these are well-versed Bible teachers, some of whom I have a great deal of respect for and owe a great debt of gratitude to, but they believe that actually the Babylon of Revelation 18 is the United States. Could be, but I don't think so, and I'm not of that school for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is what we see taking place in Iraq today. It is, I believe, literally Iraq. Let me say it this way. Iraq is in need of a government, Iraq is in need of an economy, and Iraq is even in need of a religion. Some believe, that Saddam Hussein was a, religious Muslim. He was not. He really had a secular and oppressive regime. But they need a religion. They need a government. They need an economy. And with oil and tourism money pouring in, they'll get all three. I believe when you put Exxon, the world's wealthiest oil company, and listen, I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade, but if you see gas at $5, $6, $7 a gallon and maybe over $150 a barrel, by the way, I had somebody from Saudi Arabia tell me that the Arabs, them Arabs, man, I'm telling you. I remember as a kid, I asked my dad, I said, how come I was not born into oil? He said, no, the only oil you get is on your face and in your hair, son. The Arabs can produce a barrel of oil for $10 a barrel. So in other words, if it sells for $150 a barrel, it's $140 for each barrel is all profit. That's why they use gas as water to clean the desert sand instead of water, because actually water is more expensive, believe it or not. Interesting, huh? Over there. This makes you mad, doesn't it? Some of you, I can tell already, you're really mad now. And you're mad at me. Listen, this isn't me, okay? So again, I believe it is a literal Babylon in Iraq. Again, Chuck Missler says, whether these references are to a literal city of Babylon on the banks of the Euphrates is the subject of, great debate. We do know that ancient Babylon was not destroyed, but was overthrown by the Medes and the Persians. If we take the Bible seriously, Babylon is destined to rise again to power to receive the judgment that Isaiah, Jeremiah, and the Apostle John have described.